Hey guys, it's Sarah from Just My Typewriter, and I'm back today to talk about a place I love to shop. So when I moved to my new area, I really didn't have many antique stores. Our closest Goodwill is about a 30-minute drive, so I don't have a ton of places where I used to just go and hang out, like antique stores, antique malls, things like that. But we do have an enormous amount of Dollar Trees. Now you might have heard recently that the Dollar Tree went from its dollar threshold to its $1.25 threshold, and I'm also pretty disappointed about that, but it's still a really affordable place to shop for products. And they have everything. I, like every other college student, went to shop there a lot for ramen. I still buy my batteries at the Dollar Tree because it's just so much cheaper, but they have a lot of tools as well, and that's what I want to talk about today. Typewriter accoutrement can get kind of expensive, especially if you're buying tools for one job and you really only need them for one job. You don't need a $50 screwdriver for one job. So I went to my local Dollar Tree to check out their tool section and craft kind of a Dollar Tree toolkit for typewriters. So I went shopping. The first thing I grabbed was a set of microfiber towels. I use these for just about every cleaning project you can imagine. They don't scuff or scrape and are used for waxing car surfaces. There's a ton of products at the Dollar Tree I use while cleaning typewriters. They also have Q-tips, which I use on every machine to get in those nooks and crannies. And they also have LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner, which some people use for cleaning their typewriters. I did try that when making my typewriter lamp video, so if you're interested in my thoughts on that one, you can click the link in the description. I'm also rebuilding my own toolkit now that I've moved. My dad realized I was borrowing his tape measure and stole it back from me, so I bought my own. I also grabbed some Silly Putty. This you can actually use to clean out your type slugs, believe it or not. I use toothbrushes for cleaning on machines too. You can really get into texture to outside surfaces of a machine, or use it with mineral spirits and clean out the internals with a nice soft bristled brush like this. I recommend every repair kit has one. Okay, on to my tool bag. Allen wrenches are used for hex screws, which I found on machines from the late 60s and 70s. They usually hold on the platen knobs. I found a set at the Dollar Tree. I highly recommend that you add these guys to your kit. You don't know when you need them until you run into a hex screw, and then you definitely need them. I got these bristle brushes years ago as a stocking stuffer, and they still have them at the Dollar Tree now. I've used the wire ones for removing rust off of some surfaces before I repaint. They're stiffer than toothbrushes, and some are wire and brass, so I never use them on outside surfaces, but not a bad thing to have around. I also got this pick and hook kit a few years ago. This thing has saved my butt on so many drawband replacement projects. I highly recommend you pick this up if you ever see it. I also use it for scraping out type slugs. Also, every repair kit needs a screwdriver. Now, I recommend you get a good set of screwdrivers, but if you can't, the Dollar Tree does have some sets available, and they also have these micro screwdrivers, which can be really helpful because some of these machines have very, very tiny screws. This also showed up in a stocking one year. I have yet to use it, but this little mirror would be great for inspecting those hard to see spaces on a machine. If you want to protect your fingers while changing out a ribbon, you can also grab some gloves. And what toolkit is complete without a flashlight? This is essential. One other thing I recommend is getting a big magnet. Set it next to you while you're working on your typewriter so you can attach all your screws and springs. It's been so helpful in keeping me from losing screws while working on a machine. Now, these are just some of the things that I found in my local Dollar Tree, and you should buy whatever tools you feel comfortable buying. A lot of people want to buy good, solid tools because they'll last them a really long time, and I also believe in that, which is why I was raiding my dad's garage for tools for a really long time. But if you just need one singular tool, or you need something that's not going to really work on a lot of stuff, and you don't want to break the bank, this is an affordable way to do it and work on your typewriters. If you're interested in more typewriter content, I do have some more videos on this YouTube channel, and I have an Instagram at just.my.typewriter. I want to thank you all so much for watching today and remind you that you're just my typewriter.